I'll be honest, I was hesitant about even making this video. I've been going back and forth about it for a long time, but I decided to post it. What you're about to hear is a conversation that I had with a high ticket closer who is now a client of mine. And the reason I'm posting this very vulnerable conversation that we had is because A, I got permission to do so, and B, I guarantee the exact things that he was telling himself are the exact same things that you are probably telling yourself right now. He came in with every excuse in the book, every limiting belief, resistance. He had a ton of doubt. He really wasn't even going to book the call anyway. He's someone that I have a lot of respect for, and as a result, I'm gonna completely cover his identity and anything that can be used to identify him. But what I really want you guys to focus on is the depth of conversation that we had and the fact that he was man enough to admit a lot of the things that we talked about there. This same guy went from being on a performance improvement plan, nearly getting fired and taken off the calendar, to being the top rep on that offer over the course of time that we worked together. And it started with this conversation where I helped him get out of his own way. So paid close attention to what he said, what was really underneath it, and exactly how we got him from a performance improvement plan to top rep. So without further ado, let's roll the clip. We could dive straight in here, man. Firstly, like, what had you reach out? I know we've been going back and forth for the last like probably 2 months now. What made you reach back out?
I mean, we were talking about like my friend Camille because he was like looking for some like sales help. So I would say that we were talking more about like him and him getting the help with that other business.
Yeah, yeah.
I still saw like Chris is doing very well, and
Hmm.
it makes sense. And I was like, I know like like what his process like because saw his calls, and it makes sense for these prospects that we have.
Hmm.
Um,
And you're still on that offer, right? You're still at PCA?
yeah, yeah.
Sweet, sweet. Well, firstly, you can have your guard down. Don't think of this as like a sales call because I saw you repeat a couple times in the DMs.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
mean,
only
like
want one-on-ones.
I just know like how things
Yeah.
are, so like it's not anything bad. Like it's
Yeah, easy, easy. Well, we could dive in here, man. So, a couple things. How many reps are on that team again?
right now, four with me.
Four. Okay. And obviously, Chris was number one. Where did you place last month?
I can tell you. Mm, last night months, um, I was third out of
Third.
four. I was second
Okay.
for the most of the times, but then like one of my colleagues like he got to the second place just 3,000 above me. So we got
Okay.
pretty close.
Cool. Well, let's look at the actual calls, and we could look at like we could take a little data sample here. Last month, how many calls did you take?
I can tell you precisely. Uh, last month, uh, 49 live calls,
39 live. Okay. How many deals?
six. Last month was very bad compared to like other ones.
Wow. Wow. Okay. How much cash?
37K.
Okay. And the month before, how many live calls?
Uh, December was also a bad month. Like September, October was pretty decent, but December was 35 live calls
Okay.
and four closes.
How much
That
cash?
was all 35, 35,870.
Okay. And then we could look at just November as the last month. How much did you do there? How many calls?
It was very light on calls. It was 26
Okay.
and five closes, so that was 20.8% close rate. So it wasn't as bad as close rate, but it was like low months. Like
How
everybody
much
was
cash?
low. That month was only 70,900,
Okay.
but kind of like
So
backend payment saved me that month. It was like 47K
17,
from payment plans.
so 47 total.
Another 47, so total was uh I don't see the total, but there was refunds. So in the end, I got five 50,900 as a
Okay, so
like
about 50 grand. Okay.
yeah. It
Okay.
was like front end plus backend payments minus refunds.
Okay. So if we look at some averages here, we got 50 plus 37.
I mean, if you talk
35.
about like the December, like it was 54 was like December if you count like backend payments as well minus refunds, and then
Okay.
this month, I mean January was 58K.
Okay.
All right,
So
cool.
So that means you're averaging about 5,500 a month, right?
yeah,
5,500. Wanted to make sure because I think it said 7K in the application. So
that was like a
55.
long term average.
Okay. Cool. Cool. And we're only here to get better, man. It's all good.
Yeah,
So 49, and then let's look at your close rate. 110.
like I had good months before, like I mean good months, better than these ones, like September, October. That was when I joined
Yeah.
the other.
So let me pause you for a second, man. Like you don't need to rationalize. It's all good. We're only here to get better.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you don't need to defend yourself. I'm not judging you. It's no worries, man. Numbers tell us everything. So we're looking at the last 3 months, right? So like let's unpack it, right? Because again, we're here to get better. So over the last 3 months, you've had 110 calls and about 15 deals, which is about like 15% average over the last 3 months,
Mhm.
which leaves about 90 people who didn't buy. With those 90 people, what kinds of objections were you getting?
Um, like typically how I kind of like we have like tracking like objections, and one of the biggest objection is like that I also track is like lack of trust. I mean there's some like maybe that's also externalization, but there's obviously people um who are more open and people who are like really kind of guarded.
Okay.
What
Um,
How does that boil down to an objection? What do they usually tell you?
it's in terms of like how open they are in terms of like their pain and um
Yeah.
in
Now let
terms
me
of
rephrase.
how
Like at the end of the
defensive they're.
call,
What
Yeah.
what is the reason they're giving you for not moving forward? What do they say? What's the objection?
I mean the most common ones are the partner objection or think about it. Sometimes do it yourself, but think about it is like the number one here. Like
trust
across like all the
partner
reps, I would say.
Okay. And think about it, you'd say is the most
It's
common
common
for
for
like
you.
you.
partner is not like, as common to be honest. Like I let me find out. I measured it and I had like stats for that. Like think about it would
Okay.
be like the number one for sure.
Okay. Okay. And um obviously you've seen some of my stuff, so I'm sure you know what I'm the answer to this, but like when someone gives a trust objection to partner, even think about it being the most common, like do you know what that actually comes from?
I mean, there can be like multiple reasons to that. Like one is like lack of trust. Second one can be lack of urgency. There was not enough pain built, which I know
Yeah.
that um, with my calls, it's either that, and I get deep enough, but then I don't have
Hmm.
really the time to objection handle, and like typically I have another call, so like I lose the call because I just don't have enough time, and then they feel
Okay.
rushed. They feel like pressure because they have another call. Or
So,
if I go more surface level, then it's like not deep enough, and then the
okay.
lack of value objection sometimes.
So trust and urgency. So like what do you feel like you're doing or maybe not doing in those discoveries that's leading to them not having that urgency or that trust for you?
Um, I mean, the feedback that I got today from like multiple people is, I mean, it's not that like I don't want to make it sound it's an excuse, but it is part of like the reason that's like the accent and like pronunciation, how I use the
Hmm.
like English language,
Hmm.
because sometimes like depending like when to put like inflections, what's your like tonality, and sometimes people like the
Okay.
questions are like good questions, and many times like that was like the feedback from like the rep that was top for the whole thing at the PCA here. that
Yeah.
I will ask it good questions at the good times, but it just sounds
So
off.
like
So like,
Obviously, that's not something we can change tomorrow, right? And
yeah.
like I told you in the DMs, one of my top reps is Romanian, and his accent's way thicker than yours, right? Strong East European accent, and he made more than a lot of setters on his, I mean, a lot of
Mhm.
closers on his team as a setter, right? So, like when we look at the problem as something that's outside of you, then the solution
I mean,
also becomes
I know
outside
it's
of
in
you.
my control. Like,
right.
I'm actually
So
like,
let's look at the things that are in your control. Let's take the accent out of it. What do you think maybe if you were Indian, it'd be different, right? If you were
yeah.
Indian, dude.
I mean, I can
What do you
work on that
think
as well. Like, in
what do you
terms of
think you're
like,
Doing or not doing in the call itself that's leading to them not having urgency or trust for you.
like, I think like the common trait might be that I'm creating some sales resistance.
okay.
So the
Also,
questions might feel like scripted.
Okay. What are you saying that makes you feel like the questions feel scripted?
I had one guy like recently told me that like it sounded like that.
a
And
prospect.
Told you that?
yeah,
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Were
I
you
mean,
gonna say
it's
something
not
else?
common thing, but it's still a, you know, many people probably feel that, but they don't say it verbally.
Yeah. And so when someone feels like the questions are scripted, how do you think they perceive you?
I mean, obviously, like they pursue like lower status, um,
Yeah. Yeah. They perceive you as a who? As a what person?
like a salesperson that they're trying to sell them.
Yeah, exactly. And like, what does society perceive salespeople? What does society think of salespeople?
Can you ask again?
What does society think of salespeople?
Like obviously, like they're like sleazy and they don't have good relationship typically.
Right. And so when you're asking questions and early on the prospect feels like it's scripted and they view you as a salesperson, how do you think they're going to now treat you the rest of the call? How do you think they're going to perceive you the rest of the call?
Well, I mean, like if you already like labeled by that, it's probably lost at that point, and that would be
Right.
like they'll be closed off. It'll be
Right.
definitely harder, like from that point.
Yeah. Do you see how this has nothing to do with an accent and has nothing to do with an objection, but something that you can actually solve?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, so we're going to come back into the calls and like what's happening in the calls, but obviously 5 grand a month, like where do you actually want to be?
Like that's I can see based on like how many calls I'm taking, and I can take being in the range of like 12 to 15K.
Yeah. Yeah. Because can I say something like pretty direct here, man?
Yeah, sure.
6 for 49, 4 for 35, like it's coming to the point that you're almost a danger for the company.
Yeah.
Do you see why I would say that?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to like beat you up. This is just the truth, right? Sales is cutthroat, right? So you said you want to be at 12 to 15, and right now we're averaging about 5, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And I think you also said that you have a coach.
correct.
Yeah. So like I mean, let me ask you this, man, and again, like don't take this as like a sales call, right? But like when be real with me because you have to be honest with yourself before you can help any prospect. When did it hit you that maybe the support that I'm getting with my current coach is not enough? When did that hit you?
It's like I want to take responsibility here. Like it's not that it's not enough. It's more that like it's the structure. It's like not as helpful as it can be. Like I know that's from many other mentorships and I invested. Like for me, like the one-on-ones are the most beneficial. Um,
Okay.
and so I know that you have some one-on-ones. Um, the main thing is like it works
So
really
wait,
well,
wait.
but not exactly
So
for
let's
like
back
this
up for
offer.
a second.
So when did that hit you then? When did that hit you that like the support that you're getting, the structure of the support isn't enough for you to be able to hit your goals. When did that hit you?
I would say like when I saw like Chris doing very well.
Okay. So Chris has been on the offer for about 4 months. So about 4 months.
Not exactly. Like he wasn't doing well like it's before. He was doing like well like this month.
Chris has
Um,
been the top rep for 4 months. Like we have to be honest
well,
with each other because I could tell you're still kind of holding a guard up. Do you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Maybe he wasn't updating the sheet then. Mm,
So real quick before we keep going, if this is already resonating with you and you're wanting to go deeper on this stuff, I host a free live class every single Wednesday where I break down exactly how to land solid offers, exactly what it takes to be able to have the skill set to perform on those offers and make anywhere from 10 to 15 grand per month consistently. Everything you're learning in this video, I go even further on those calls, and there's always a chance for Q&A at the very end of them. So if you want a seat, link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Let's get back to the call. Okay, let me ask you this. So for the last 3 months, you've been averaging 5 grand a month, but your goal is 12, right?
yeah.
Okay. And you said when Chris started doing well, and Chris has been on the offer for 4 months now. So for 4 months, Chris has been the top rep ever since day one. Is that true?
Um, I'm not sure about that. I can show you like the stats. Like
Go ahead and look.
on November, um, I'll share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
Let's see.
like these were stats for November. Maybe they're not up to date, but he was like
Okay.
not doing that well like till January.
Okay, but even with these numbers, is it fair to say that he was the top rep on the team?
Um,
And
December
in addition to
25.
that, and in addition to that, and again, we have to be honest with each other here, you've been
I
at
was like
half of
just
your,
behind him.
you've been at a third of your goal, even if we take Chris out of it. You've been at a third of your goal for the last 3 months. Is that true?
Be
About
close
half
to
to a
it, yeah.
third of where you want to be? Huh?
Yeah, like 2.5, yeah.
Okay. So like let's go back to what I originally asked. Like when did it first hit you that you not getting the support that you need, the one-on-one, the coaching, when did that hit you that okay, maybe something needs to change?
Mm, like I would say that it was rough. Like when I started, I thought it'd be nice to have like some one-on-ones.
When
Um,
was this?
uh, September or October.
Okay. And this is when you started. Okay, September, October is when you noticed that okay, maybe I need more advanced support. I need more one-on-one.
That's when I started with the other sales training, and
Okay,
it
so
helped for
let
sure.
me ask it a
But
little more directly, right?
yeah,
When you've been making 5 grand a month and your goal is 12, you closed 5 deals in October. You closed 4 deals in November out of 35. You closed 6 deals out of 49. I'm saying this because I care. Like you seeing these numbers, did you see anything wrong?
they're lower than they should be.
Okay. So like let's go back to the question I keep asking you. When did you internally realize I'm not performing at the level I should be? and maybe I should do something different. When did that hit you?
Mm, I mean, I knew it for a longer time.
How long?
Uh, I mean, basically, that's the whole time on this offer.
Okay, how many months?
14, 15.
14, 15 months?
Yeah.
Okay. So, firstly, do you see how hard it is for you to come to terms with the truth?
Yeah, there is some sort of resistance.
Okay, what's behind that?
Um,
And I respect you for being honest now and coming. Like, we're all men here, right? Like, this is how we get better. What's behind the resistance, though, of coming to terms with the truth?
I mean, it's uncomfortable to know that the numbers could have been better and that I wasn't performing as I could.
You know? And again, I can respect that. So is that more uncomfortable than continuing to run away from it and hide from it and ultimately settling and accepting for more of the same?
No, of course not.
How much longer do you want to continue running away from the truth?
I mean, I was always aware of the numbers.
Right,
Um,
right. Have you ever heard the saying, sales is a mirror?
yeah, yeah.
Everybody takes it differently. When you hear that, what comes to mind?
Well, it's kind of the phrase that's, let's say if you're getting objections, then like the objection that you get is the objection that you give yourself, that
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
experiencing.
Exactly. Exactly. Because they're buying you. Fuck the program. It's the same shit I told Chris. Fuck PCA, and they're buying you. Your standards, your relationship with money, your relationship with time, your beliefs. And so when we see the fact that we're struggling for our questions to land and they feel scripted, and we're struggling to create urgency with them, where are we first having or struggling to have urgency within ourselves? Where's that showing up for you?
Mm, well, I thought that like the sales training from the offer like will help me to perform better.
Mhm.
And there were some signs, um, like from when I started, like there was increasing close rate, but then it kind of like went up and down. So if you look at like let's say last year, the average is like 18.6%.
Okay.
Mm,
So can I point something out here?
yeah, sure.
Every time we come to the truth and we talk about what the reality is, right at the end of it, there's a minimization. We looked at the last 3 months. We saw you closed at 14%. You instantly wanted to tell me about the month before. On your application, you put 7K as your average. Your average is 5.
But did you ask like average like last 3 months?
Yes, that's what it says. Your average for the last 90 days. And
Okay.
I'm not saying this to be a dick, right? But these are the stories you're telling yourself. Do you see how the stories that you're telling yourself are what's keeping you here?
Yeah.
Okay, how so?
Well, I mean, obviously, like you're not honest with yourself. Like, you'll take different actions than if you are honest with yourself.
Right, right. And so before handling anyone else's objections, whose objection do we have to overcome first before any tactical shit can
Like
happen?
our objection, of course,
Okay, are
and
you
like
ready to
looking at
overcome
the
your own?
things that like they are.
Are you ready to overcome your own?
Yeah.
Okay, why now? What's different when this is what you've been telling yourself for a year? What's different?
Mm.
Like I knew like the whole time that like I'm not doing as well as I can.
Right.
Um,
So what changed
and
Now
now
then,
then
that you're not willing to continue telling yourself that story of, well, let me keep working with this mentor, even though my numbers are declining, or, all these stories you've been telling yourself, man. Like, what's different that you're ready to overcome that and not continue telling yourself those stories? Because unless we uncover this, you just continue living in the same loop, and this is just a conversation. Exact same thing you have with your prospects. What's different?
well, I know like if I um don't stop rationalizing, then my results will suffer, and I will like losing money. Um,
Prospect
but
I
also
got it.
might not be able to take calls.
like
Um,
being pulled off the calendar?
yeah, like if you have like under 20%.
Hmm. Okay. And it's all a decision, man. Like if that way of thinking were to show itself, would I have your permission to keeping you accountable and empowering you to get past that? It shows itself in different ways.
Yeah, sure.
You don't sound too sure. Don't just say it because it fits the conversation. Are you sure I have your permission to keep you accountable?
Yeah, you can hold me accountable.
Okay. Are you sure, man? I could be a dick sometimes. I'm not always this
Yeah,
nice.
that's fine. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, good. Good. Well, we have an idea of what we're getting away from, right? Because that's the shit that's keeping you stuck. Where are we actually going? So you said that you want to be at 12 to 15K, so let's call it like 13. What change? It's just like numbers on the screen, man. What does that actually do? What changes? You live with the dude Camille, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So besides a big sexy number on the screen, what does that change for you?
Mm,
What are your reasons? We need reasons.
Yeah, I actually was writing them down.
Okay, let's look
There's
at it.
like one exercise that I did.
What do we got?
I think I have it. So there was like exercise like um, eliciting your driving question.
Hmm.
So I'll be happy daily because I'm constantly learning and seeing progress. All my relationships would thrive because I'll be happier, more confident, more proud, and more value-giving version of me.
What
Yeah.
relationships? Like you have a lady?
Yeah.
How do you think it would affect the way you show up for her?
Hmm. Like I think that the main thing is that like I was comfortable, and that's why and it's kind of combination of being comfortable slash um like hoping that if I just go through like sales training that is with the company that it will lead to like 25% plus close rate. Um, like in terms of the money, like one thing that I would want to do is like I want to be able to send my mom some money.
Wait,
Um,
pause.
Before we get there, your lady
yeah,
is what we're talking about. You didn't answer the question.
yeah. I mean, like I don't think that like the lifestyle would change much because right now I'm like in the grind mode. I'm focusing on like making money. So
But the
like
man
if I
that
would,
you
Are the man that you are who doesn't hide from the uncomfortable truth, who follows through on his word, how do you think that would show up in the way that you are as the leader of your relationship?
mm, I mean, I'm trying to think like genuinely. Um,
I'm only asking because
but
you said
I
that this would help improve your relationships. And I'd assume that's one of the most important relationships.
mm, like it's just general. Like if you're like happier, um, you'd be more proud. But like I don't feel that we will change a lot of there because um, like I'm grateful for where I got, but I know that there's always next level.
okay,
But it doesn't like kind of. And again, this might be rationalization, or it's just not really the area that would like really like see the biggest improvement.
okay,
Um, but I mean, we have like honest conversations. Like if we have like last time, like she was jealous, like I brought it up and we had the honest, tough conversation. so I don't really feel I lack in that area, for example. So it's more for myself, for my ego, like understanding that like my goal is to be like knowing that I'm top rep, in sales,
Hmm.
and I know that there's gap to be filled.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm not operating at the level that I need to operate on.
Okay.
And with the money, like I would like to like eventually like have more free time. So right now, like I could go for a vacation. I don't really want to because I know I have like a lot of work to do in terms of like improving myself.
Mm-hmm.
So if I would be there, then I would probably allow myself to maybe, I mean, I travel maybe like once
Where
every
would you
three
go?
months per
The
week.
States?
That's on the plan as well. But I wanted to go to Bali.
Oh, okay.
Fuck your stomach
Uh,
up.
but also, what?
Fuck your stomach up over there.
Bali
I don't know,
belly?
like,
I
is it?
don't know if you know what that is. Oh.
Look
I
up
know that
Bali
there's
belly
like
when
a
we
lot of
get
like
off here.
nomads and like it's like some like party.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I know it more for like the entrepreneurs and like beautiful nature, but party can be
Yeah.
another.
Yeah, that too. That too. Yeah, and you also said giving back to your mom, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Like
what's the
like
question
taking
about
her.
it?
Expenses on?
Um, yeah, pretty much, because like um, she would like to work with animals, so I would like basically want to pay
Nice.
for her like normal like kind of salary.
Nice. And how much would that be? How much would it take to like pretty much tell her mom you don't have to work anymore?
I mean, it's probably like even like 2K USD. Like
Yeah.
she wouldn't need more than that.
See, a lot of this shit's a lot more attainable than, it's a lot closer within reach than you think, right? It starts with how you show up for yourself, though, with what you accept for yourself. It's all a mirror. Like right now, I'm not reading from a fucking script, right? I'm just giving you my standards. I'm transferring it to you.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Because we have to think about the other side. What happens if you do continue to tell yourself these stories that we identified earlier and you do continue to rationalize? What are the consequences then?
Mm. Well, I'll be performing below what I can. Um,
Yeah.
I'll make less money. Um, it will take longer to get to a point where I can take my, help my mom. It'll take longer to get to a point where um, what was the other? What else? Um, it'll take longer to like have the lifestyle that I want to have because I'll need to like take a lot of calls to even like make the money that I want.
Totally.
Uh,
Are you willing to settle for that?
no, no.
Good. Let's not let it get there, man. I know for a fact I can help you. Like I've been pushing the fuck out of you this whole call because I know I can help you. Like I want you to, before we get into the details and everything, I want you to pause and just like look within and observe like how do you feel right now?
I mean, I was aware of the fact that I was comfortable for a longer time, for like the time that um like one thing is that like I wanted to actually get away of habit of like because I always like investing in some programs.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I invest like probably like 30-40K in the last 4 or 5 years
Okay.
into coaching.
Okay.
Um but I was kind of feeling that like well, I joined, for example, one mentorship, and I wasn't able to like at that point like pay it off, and I didn't see like any like I was like laid off from an offer at the point where I joined.
Mm-hmm.
It was not due to performance; it was like due to like financing and like there was like
Mm-hmm.
some legal thing. Um, when
What
I
out
joined,
of these things that have happened, where have you had control? Because remember, we have to see it through a lens of control, right?
yeah.
Because investing in itself isn't enough. It's like an overweight person like going to the gym and getting a membership. It's not enough. Still got to show up,
Mm.
right? So where do you think you had a part to play that we're not going to repeat moving forward?
Mm. Well, I don't want to rationalize. I want to see the truth for what it really is. That's one.
Okay, good, good.
Um, mm, but at the same time, to be honest, like I have this habit of like investing in the programs,
Uh-huh.
and depending how you view it, that was one of the reasons why I was broke because I was like always like spending the money that I made on some programs.
Yeah.
Um, and so that was like the biggest thing why I like said what I said in the messages
Mm-hmm.
that I was in a program for 3 months, and obviously it takes longer than 3 months to really get the most out of something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have like it seems like almost magical periods, but like many things I did in my life, like it took like 8 months to have a big breakthrough. Like when I started like copywriting business, it took 8 months to get clients. Then I started my own other business. Outlets take 8 months to get clients.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a limitation you've put on yourself, though. That ultimately it has to be 8 months because it's been 8 months in the past. That's something that you completely put on yourself.
but didn't also like there like some period where like just like through consistency like that there is like a learning curve that you need to go through like
I mean, yes, I'm helping you out here, not externalize, because like that may be partially true, but you've also been on this offer for 14 months. Chris has been on it for 4.
yeah, true.
So you said I could keep you accountable, like that's cope.
Yeah.
So I know I can help you out. If we can make it work, are you ready to make it happen?
Mm, well, I'm thinking about my answer because I don't want to be bad prospect, but um,
You buy how you sell how you buy. This is you being congruent now because we just
yeah,
pointed out that you've been incongruent.
yeah. The thing is like in terms of like finances, I recently found out like they all need to pay in taxes way more, like way more than
Okay.
um
Well, what's gonna
I
help
was
you
Pay
pay?
your
thinking.
taxes.
Oh, yeah, great question. Like making more money would help.
Okay.
Um,
So it's money is the symptom or is the problem here?
Like it's the symptom of a problem, and I
So
get
do you
kind of
want the
this
symptom to be
The reason you don't solve the problem?
reframe. Mm, no.
So are you committed to getting resourceful?
Like I still have like in my head that like I call it 15 minutes.
Mhm.
I still have in my head that like there are still things that even from the other sales program that I'm not implementing correctly.
Yeah, I mean, this
Um,
is the same like bullshit cope that you're telling yourself. The same bullshit cope you came on the call with. And this is exactly what's held you back for all these months. Before Chris came on, the offer was a 2-call close offer. He's completely changed the standard. Clearly, you need different coaching. Clearly, you need higher standards. And I'm not going to want it more than you.
yeah. Mm. I mean that's just true that I need help. Like I'm aware of that.
Okay, so
It
But
comes
isn't
down
that also
to,
like not taking accountability if like I don't want to put it like that also sounds like standardization that it's the program fault. Like I'm not saying it's the program fault. Because you can always like
well, here's the
it
thing. You're
depends
here.
because
how you're
what you're doing isn't working. And now you're trying to continue rationalizing that you can continue doing what you're doing so you don't make the uncomfortable decision. So to tell you very bluntly, this is what's going to keep you stuck. This is what's going to get you fired on this offer. To just be completely honest with you. You can keep rationalizing all you want, man. Or we could sit here, we could figure out how to make this work. The last 2 months, you've closed 10 deals out of 85 calls. Think about that number right there, 10 out of 85. We need to do something different. And you tell me, are we going to figure something different out today, or are you going to continue rationalizing? Because I'm not going to want it more than you.
yeah, let's figure out something different.
Are you sure? You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I'll quickly walk you through everything because I also have a call. So there you have it, the real conversation and what it took to go from, I don't think I'm ready, I have a lot of doubt, to being the top closer on a big offer. And any of what we said there, if any of that conversation hit close to home, I'm glad. Because again, these are some of the things that you are likely telling yourself. Except he was man enough to get on the call and man enough to make the investment, get out of his own way, and be where he is today. So if you're ready to get past that and start closing consistently, make sure you hit the link in the description or pinned in the comments to join my free masterclass that I do every single Wednesday. And as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.